Hey guys, it's John, your Tennessee flying farmer. It's been a few months and I feel like it should be time for an update. And man, just looking in the camera there, it looks like I'm gonna have to take a little time for a trimming too. I'm starting to look like a Sasquatch here or something. Anyway, let's get started. What I want to talk about today is this right here, this RaceTech Titanium. This is getting real, guys, so let's get started.
This guy's good.
Now, here's our farmer, John Homebred.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Whoa.
All right, we'll start with a little update on the Super Duty. Honestly, guys, there really hasn't been anything physical happen with this since the last time you've seen it. I've done some measuring and stuff, and I've got some parts ordered from Behringer for master cylinders and some of the brake and wheel stuff. So that's in gear, and hopefully I'll have some of that stuff coming soon. And then there's this nose strut upgrade that's been in the works for years at this point. It really is a relatively simple front strut shot design, and they already have all the basic blueprints, drawings, and specifications required to fix it. So I'm not real sure what the holdup is. I've just got tired of being the squeaky wheel, guys. It's been 4 months since I was last told that I would be contacted for the next steps. And, well, you guys have any suggestions on maybe who to contact to be able to get a custom front strut built for this thing? Because I'm ready for it to be on its feet. This thing needs to be making progress, and I'm kind of stuck on it right there. But anyway, the disappointment for this is met way beyond with excitement with RaceTech. This RaceTech company, I've been dealing with them for a little while now. They're doing some amazing stuff there. I can't brag on them enough. I reached out to get some custom pieces made. They have cut and fabricated, or not really fabricated, but they have CNC cut these pieces, the brackets and stuff that I'll need to weld on. They have also custom machined these titanium engine pins that I'm going to use for my single seater, which this has brought on a whole new level of excitement because these little pins, you guys know I'm on a whole weight reduction thing, so the single seater is losing weight all the way around, but this titanium is really helping that. It takes 4 pins to mount the engine on a Zenith with the UL power, and essentially 4 of these pins, the combined weight will be a little over half a pound weight savings just in the pins. It seems like everything I do is either half a pound or a pound of weight savings. So, back earlier I built the titanium control handle for the Super Duty. It is roughly half a pound less than the chromoly, same thing. So I have other parts here to build the other control stick for the single seater. There's some cabin frame parts here and that kind of stuff. So the excitement is getting real on it for sure. Let's take a look at it. So if you want to know what I've been up to since the last time, you can see it right here. This table, I've cleaned off the table yet again. I've had wing stuff on it. I've got both the Super Duty wings over here behind me. I had the 701 wing structure, all the pieces for it laid out on the table, studying and looking, and I'm trying to figure slats and profiles and all kinds of stuff out, and still working on it, but I wanted to move along with something that I had really already going, and I need to get this a little further for the titanium. So now the single seater is back on the table. All right, so like I said, you guys know that the 750 Super Duty has been on a bit of a diet with the titanium stuff I've gone with it, the brake pedals, control system, all that. But it's not even remotely comparable to the diet I've put the single seater on. I mean, look how skinny this thing's getting. It's going to be a fun little beast, and of course that has its own complications and problems too. But anyway, I've been sitting here for actually a couple of years looking at the rear fuselage mostly assembled, and I had the forward fuselage mostly assembled, but I did not have them joined yet. So at this point, I finally took the time to go ahead and get these things finished, mocked up. I got some more of the bracing and the structure put in the front of the rear fuselage, and they are now joined. It's clecoed together, so that is essentially one unit at this point. I still have a fair amount of stuff to go, and guys, getting it, I'm envious of the guys who have the new kits that are final size match drill, because they can just cleco this stuff together and go ahead and put rivets in it. These older kits, and especially this one, was not this way at all. I have had this forward fuselage in and out of the rear fuselage, I bet 100 times by now. Just, I'd take it out and trim a little and measure and remeasure and put it back in and remeasure some more. And of course, you can see I've got strings up there with a string level. I've got the plume bob back here where I've been measuring over to the edge of the table and getting everything perfectly lined up. I've used laser levels. I've used just about every tool I could come up with, all kinds of levels and strings and squares and angle finders and all my rulers. So it's been quite a crazy little fiasco of several days worth of getting this thing all mocked up and trimmed and just getting it to fit perfectly. And it's really close to fitting what I would call perfectly. And it was definitely time to make some progress on it. But, you know, the main reason I was really going back to this is the whole titanium thing's got me in a pretty good little drive here. So back a couple of years ago, I had Zenith build a chromoly. This is the forward cabin frame, the first piece of it. Essentially, this cabin frame, I don't know if you guys can see, but it fits right in here. And this is the piece that goes across and in front of your shoulders in the plane. Let's see, I'll put this down and show you what I'm talking about. You can see it here. It's got actually the wing attachments for the front. So what you're looking at there, the narrow one, would be the same thing as what's right here on the Super Duty that goes up, across, and back down. So it's 3 pieces of tube with the 2 wing attachments welded into it. That's essentially what I had Zenith build this for me, because they have the jigs and everything to get all the angles right. And of course, the wing attach, you can see it's a different angle here than what it is for this tube that comes down. Well, fast forward a little bit, and I've been on the welding table and getting stuff ready, jigged up, pieces cut and fabricated to work and fit and all that. But now I have this same structure in a titanium piece. The tubing is just a little bit thicker. The tabs are actually a little bit thicker also. I wanted the extra strength there for that for sure. That piece of the frame is roughly a pound less than the chromoly of the same thing. So exciting for sure. But anyway, that's why this piece is coming back along again. Like I said, the cabin frame essentially comes from just in front of the door up that side. It goes up above your shoulders, across, and the wing attachments are at the top. Comes back down on this side of the fuselage. That'll tie all that together. So if we come up here and look at the plans real quick, basically here's a drawing of the cabin frame. The piece I have is just this tube across, and then this tube down. So I don't have that front piece that ties into the firewall yet. I do have the tabs mounted onto it, and the standard 701 has some stubs welded into that it's extended on back to the rear fuselage with aluminum tubes. This is unique to the 701. The 750 series, actually the tubes they're welded in, so it's chromoly from this front tube all the way back to the rear fuselage. That tube inside there, instead of it being an aluminum tube, it is actually a chromoly tube that's welded all the way in. I'm going to do the same thing with this 701. I'm going to change it just a little bit and sort of copy the 750 design just slightly. So the entire cabin frame, the 2 tubes that come up to that front spar carry through, and then the 2 tubes that will come down to the firewall, and then also the 2 tubes that will go back to the rear fuselage will all be one single unit of titanium. So long story short, I had to get all of this fuselage put completely together, join the rear and the forward fuselage to be able to get everything ready to mock up and jig up all the rest of this cabin frame so I can start fabricating tubes, cutting tubes, coping tubes, and doing all that with the titanium to get it all ready to actually weld in together. This titanium is still fairly new to me, but I am enjoying the work with the titanium. It's a lot of fun to fabricate and figure these things out. And once I get a little bit further along and I get this cabin frame mounted to the single seat 701, I'll be able to move a little bit further yet and start building engine mount for it and that kind of stuff, all here at the firewall area, since I have the engine mount pins and all that kind of stuff in titanium, which, man, just it's going to be a beast for sure. I don't care how you look at it. It's going to be very, very much unique. Once I get that done, I'll be able to move back into the actual control area of this thing. It's going to have a completely different set of controls compared to a standard 701 because I am offsetting the control stick from the center over to the right side to compensate for my seat being here, because I want it to be the same setup. I want to sit in the seat like I would a standard 701 and have controls that I work with my right hand. So that control tunnel, that tunnel and all that stuff, all the controls will be going down the right side of the aircraft. And of course, I'm looking at some 750 design and stuff to be able to get all that carried over to both sides and then back to the rudder as well. And while it may not look like a huge amount of progress, I assure you it took a lot of time just to get this thing to where it is now versus being two pieces I've moved around separately for quite some time. Exciting for sure. It's coming out, I think, really well. There are a lot of things, a lot of tweaks I have to make, and a lot of things, you know, adjustment wise. I want to make sure this thing is just right. So it's getting really close, but I'm having to take my time to, well, like I said, the whole back and forth with take it apart, measure, put it back together, measure, take it apart. I mean, it's back and forth for really hours and hours and hours. So anyway, I do envy you guys that can put these things together with the final size match drill CNC kits, because I know you just put clicos in them, rivet them, and go, and you can have the whole fuselage done in less time than what I spent just in trying to get the forward and the rear fuselage joined together with this one. And of course, there's still all kinds of stuff going on with the farm and cattle and all that, but I have managed to get the engine back down inside this old truck, so that's going to be something that takes a little time here in the next couple of weeks as well. I need to get the rest of it finished up. The wiring, the injection system and everything, radiator and all that stuff has to be put back in to get it going. You can see there's a header that I custom built. All the exhaust has to be put back in it and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to get it going again too. That's in the works as well. And then the other thing extends from the epicness of the last video. I know I said epic a lot in it, but this is my new bird, and I'm really enjoying just the little bit of time I have to fly it. Of course, I'm still making a few modifications here and there on it to get it just tweaked the way I really want it, but the 701s are such a fun bird to fly anyway, and I believe this year is the 40th anniversary of the 701, so I'm going to try to put out a little more content of the flying stuff, because this thing is a lot of fun. I'll just say it right now, a 701 is probably, it's hands down the most fun you can have in a really, really light aircraft. At this point, I've landed this one all over the farm. I've been in crop fields and pastures and across the road at the school. I've been all over the place with this thing. Been flying down to the bluff, flown with a couple of the guys. This thing's a lot of fun. Of course, I got my camera mount and all that kind of stuff on it. So like I said, you'll see some more 360 footage and that kind of stuff with it. Well, I better put the camera back down so I can get to work on some more of this titanium work. RaceTech's got me set up getting some of these very custom made pieces and brackets and that kind of stuff. So I've got to get a little further along so I can get some of this stuff mocked up and put together for you guys, and hopefully we'll see some more of this come together very soon. Until next time, thank y'all for watching, and see you later.